The album kind of made itself, came up with it afterwards. And initially I didn't like it all the way. I thought it sounded really cool, but I was kind of like intimidated by the word death. And then like a week later, once the album was all the way finished, it made so much sense.
You know, first impressions are everything, and I always wanted our first impression to be great music. You know, something happens down the road, we say something controversial or whatever, but the fact is you knew us for making good music first.
Initially, it was intimidating for us to have like a major deal with no like initial music out, you know, like our first songs we ever made ended up on our albums.
Yeah.
It was intimidating at first, you know, knowing that the label, you know, they didn't owe us anything and we weren't worth anything, like, technically yet. So it was interesting, but I think it's overall made us stronger.
I'd say our biggest challenge was getting outside the Odd Future name. I think it finally happened with this album. You know, people really, you know, a stigma to the name because of what they think our music is about, what Odd Future's music was about. So when they automatically hear that we were affiliated, a lot of people wouldn't even give us a chance.
We've learned a lot from the business of OF and how it was run and the mistakes that were made within it.
And then the good things that were done too. So, you know, we saw it from, you know, the inside out because, you know, originally we weren't supposed to put out music. So we got to see the behind the scenes and how it really works. So, you know, when we applied to our guys, you know, we used a lot of the things that we did like about how it was ran about Odd Future with our guys. So, you know, that definitely has a big impact on, you know, how we run our business per se. To get attention now, you have to do controversial things and kind of put yourself out there. It took us 3 albums for people to really pay attention. You know, a lot of people don't even get one, you know, opportunity to really do that. So I don't know, it's really hard. It's really a long road. Like you have to go a few years not making money on the road, you know, people kind of sleeping on you per se. And then, you know, the real music start, you know, it stays around because when you make timeless music, which I hope that we're making, you know, you can hear it when it was created or 30 years later, it'll hit you just as crazy. So that's what we, you know, the greats that we study, that's, you know, what they preach, and that's, you know, kind of what we try to, you know, resonate with our business. You have to band together with a bunch of other talented, like-minded people to be able to do it without the suit. I think Selection is amazing, man. Shout out Selection. Same time, you saw that?
Yeah.
I think it's dope, especially if it's a soul movement. They're giving, you know, acts. I remember I saw one of their acts. He was talking about last year I had 200 followers on Twitter. Now I have 50,000. You know, thank you, Selection. Just, it's always great to have, there's like a funnel, a platform for that type of music to get through because we haven't had it. So with us, we understand the importance of it, that we have to support each other because their existence is just as important as ours. And without them, it's hard for us to survive. All you need is just be put on, man. That's all it is. Like, think about every artist that's out now or The Weeknd, like Drake put you on or somebody put you on, somebody that you trust. And when you have, you know, curators that are trusted, but they aren't gatekeeper, have a gatekeeper mentality, you have something really great that a lot of great artists can come through and funnel through. Like, it's amazing to me. Like, the more I read up about them and learn more about them and how it works, it's like, it's really dope. Be smart. That's so cliche, but be smart and don't jump at the first money that's offered to you. You know, trust your skills. You know, like I said, we talk to our guys, like a lot of them do their own work on the side. We try to get them in the mindset of just really investing in yourselves, and nobody's gonna care more than you. That's one thing I've learned. Like, a lot of people put their trust in a lot of people that say they're gonna do this and that, but when they start really trusting themselves, that's when they start to get places and things start to open. And I've always been like this since I was a kid, which it was a gift and a curse. But when it comes to this, like, I've always been like, I'm gonna do it myself. And then if I really, really, really need your help, then I'm asking for help. So asking for help is cool.
We've never been like people that were down to wait for anybody.
Yeah, we don't wait.
Yeah. I don't have that kind of patience. So, you know, when I know what I want and I know what I want to do, I go for it, you know? Like when I knew, okay, I need to get better at singing, I got a voice coach. And so, you know, it's all that. You got to invest in yourself. You got to be smart, like he said, not take everything that comes at you. Just kind of do what feels right, because honestly, when you end up, there'll probably be times where you end up doing stuff that doesn't feel right, and that's when you know, okay,
yeah, this don't fit.
It's not worth it.
You can't sleep at night. If you can't go home and sleep at night with your decisions, you might not Might want to rethink them next time. When something goes so far in another direction, it's balance. The universe is based on balance. There has to be an opposite energy that's going to come, you know, eventually. So when things get so bad, you're going to have, and I'm not saying rap is bad, but there are some things that aren't that good on a lot of it. You're going to have another part of the youth that's just like, man, like, we don't want this, man. Like, we want something that's a little bit better. Like, we want something that's real, that feels real.
Ego Def Tour.
Ego Def, Patrick Page, our bass player, Prelude, our guitar
Patrick
player,
Page,
Steve Lacey. He's pretty dope. He's 17. He's amazing.
All
He played out of guitars. Come to the shows, yeah. Hey, Mom.